Welcome back, travelers. In this video, talk about Varesa kit, skill, burst, talents and constellation. Normal attack. Perform up to 3 consecutive strikes, dealing electro damage. Charged attack. Consumes a certain amount of stamina to perform a headbutt, dealing electro damage with the Night Soul's blessing property and propelling Varesa into the air. Plunging attack. Descends from mid-air to strike the ground, damaging enemies along the path and dealing area of effect electro damage upon impact. If Varesa is in combat or hits an enemy with this attack, she gains 25 Night Soul points. When Night Soul points reach their maximum through this method, Varesa enters the Fiery Passion state. Fiery Passion. In this state, Varesa's normal, charged, and plunging attacks are enhanced. Normal attack. Perform up to 3 powerful strikes, dealing increased electro damage. Charged attack. Consumes stamina to dash forward, dealing increased electro damage with the Night Soul's blessing property and propelling Varesa into the air. Buy crystals from lootbar.gg. It's 100% safe and secure. It saves you up to 23% of the actual in-game price and an extra 8% in getting double the currency for your first purchase. Buy with UID, link description, and pinned comment. Plunging attack. Consumes all Night Soul points to descend from mid-air, damaging enemies along the path and dealing increased area of effect electro damage with the Night Soul's blessing property upon impact. Elemental skill. With footwork as swift as lightning and as fierce as thunder, Varesa showcases the true essence of wrestling. She dashes forward, dealing electro damage with the Night Soul's blessing property to enemies in her path. After casting, Varesa gains 20 Night Soul points and the pursuit effect. During this period, her interruption resistance increases, and pressing the normal attack button allows her to quickly perform a charged attack without consuming stamina. The pursuit effect is removed after performing a charge attack. Depending on tap or hold, Varesa showcases different wrestling styles. Tap, quickly dashes forward. Hold, Varesa enters the Night Soul's blessing state and switches to rapid advance mode. Rapid advance continuously consumes Night Soul points. In this state, Varesa's movement speed and interruption resistance increase. She can leap over terrain differences or consume additional Night Soul points to move over water and liquid phlogiston, becoming immune to liquid phlogiston damage. Night Soul's blessing. When Night Soul points are depleted, this state ends. Varesa has 2 charges of this skill. Entering the Fiery Passion state resets the cooldown of the elemental skill and increases its damage. Outside of Fiery Passion, Varesa can restore Night Soul points through plunging attacks. When Night Soul points reach their maximum through this method or by casting her Elemental Burst, Brilliant Descent, Zarenia, she enters the Fiery Passion state. Entering Fiery Passion, Varesa also enters Night Soul's blessing. In this state, she maintains Night Soul's blessing continuously. In Fiery Passion, Varesa's normal attacks, elemental skill, and elemental burst are enhanced accordingly. And after performing a plunging attack, she can cast a special elemental burst within a short time. Elemental burst. Like the righteous heroes depicted in Tales for Children, Varesa leaps into the air and delivers a powerful flying kick, dealing area of effect electro damage with the Night Soul's blessing property. After casting, Varesa's Night Soul points are fully restored, and she enters the Fiery Passion state. In the Fiery Passion state, Varesa's elemental burst deals increased electro damage with the Night Soul's blessing property. After performing a plunging attack, Varesa enters the limit drive state for a short time, increases Varesa's interruption resistance. In this state, she can ignore the elemental burst cooldown and cast a special elemental burst with reduced energy cost, performs a powerful plunging attack, damaging enemies along the path and dealing area of effect electro damage with the Night Soul's blessing property upon impact. This damage is considered plunging attack damage. Passive talents. 1. After casting the elemental skill, Varesa gains the Rainbow Plunge effect for 5 seconds. During this period, her plunging attack damage is increased by 25%. If in the Fiery Passion state, the damage increase is 50%. This effect is removed after a plunging attack hits an enemy or the duration ends. 2. When nearby party members trigger Night Soul Burst, Varesa's attack increases by 30% for 12 seconds, stacking up to 2 times with independent durations. 3. After Night Soul points are depleted, Varesa consumes phlogiston to maintain the rapid advance mode of Night Soul's blessing. In areas with phlogiston mechanisms in Natlan, when switching to Varesa during sprinting, specific talents, or while airborne, she enters Night Soul's Blessing, switches to Rapid Advance mode, and gains 20 Night Soul points. This can be triggered once every 10 seconds. 4. Varesa's sprint speed increases, but stamina consumption also increases when not in combat. In areas with phlogiston mechanisms in Natlan, using food items restores 20 phlogiston points every 10 seconds. This effect is inactive in domains, expeditions, and the Spiral Abyss. Constellation 1 enhances the effect of the passive talent. 1. The Rainbow Plunge effect now increases, plunging attack damage by 50%, regardless of whether Varesa is in the Fiery Passion state. Additionally, upon entering or exiting the Fiery Passion state, Varesa's attack increases by 35% for 5 seconds. While in the Rapid Advance mode of the Night Soul Infusion state, Night Soul point and phlogiston consumption are reduced by 30%. 2. Regardless of being in the Fiery Passion state, after Varesa performs a plunging attack, she enters the Limit Drive state. In the Limit Drive state, Varesa's interruption resistance is further increased. Additionally, when Varesa's plunging attack's impact hits an enemy, she restores 11.5 energy. 3. Increases the level of the Elemental Burst by 3, up to a maximum of 15. 4. Upon casting the Elemental Burst, depending on Varesa's state, different effects are applied. Not in Fiery Passion or Limit Drive, gains the Diligent Valor effect for 15 seconds, increasing plunging attack impact damage by 500% of Varesa's attack, up to a maximum of 20,000 additional damage. This effect ends after a plunging attack hits an enemy, or the duration expires. In Fiery Passion or Limit Drive, the Elemental Burst damage is increased by 100%. 5. Increases the level of the normal attack by 3, up to a maximum of 15. 6. Upon entering the Limit Drive state, Varesa restores 30 energy. Varesa's plunging attacks and Elemental Burst have their critical rate increased by 10% and critical damage increased by 100%. Additionally, holding the Elemental skill or performing a tap during Rapid Advance restores Night Soul points to the maximum.